Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back. It's Friday. Yes, I know I missed yesterday. Yesterday we did not have a live stream, but that's okay because we have one today for Friday. And yeah, so two things I really wanted to kind of talk about. So in a little while, and let me move these out the way because it's probably interfering with the Wi-Fi, which sucks. Sucks that happens. But what can I say? Right? Cox Internet. It's so bad. But anyways, while we carry on. So a couple of things that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to discuss basically the Twitter app crashing on Android 12. I'll get more into that, is exactly why this is happening and what causes it. And I have a screen recording demoing it. And I've already sent feedback to Google regarding this. So, but I'll show that a little bit later. As today, this is not going to be a very long live stream. For sure, it's not going to be long because I got a lot of things I got to get done. Taking a small road trip tomorrow. So I do have to get some things done and then get to bed early to get up early. I'm leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be fun. I'll probably end up like sleeping in the car. But so yeah, we'll talk about that. But the first thing I'm going to start talking about is this thing that everyone's noticing, that a lot of people are starting to ditch social platforms. They're starting to delete Facebook. They're starting to delete Twitter, Instagram, and people want to know why this is happening. And so they ran an analysis on it, and the statistics come back that a lot of people are fed up with the attitude that goes on online, and a lot of people experience this. So it's not anything that's like a secret. It's not something that's just like recently started happening. This has been going on for quite some time on social platforms, and we're talking about the cyberbullying. We're talking about the arrogant people on there. We're talking about the "you have to think my way or I cancel you." Those types of things are starting to affect everyday users on platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and yada, yada, yada. And a lot of people are just finding it more liberating to just delete their profiles, shut them down, delete the app off their phones, and get back to reality. So I should probably retitle this after I'm done with the live stream and just saying that people are unplugging from the Matrix. They are unplugging from the Matrix and looking out into the real world at what's really happening out there today, and doing things out there in the real world, like going camping, taking little road trips to certain places, to go sightseeing, visiting family. But a lot of people are finding it more joyful to do that. And so, yeah, I mean, during the time in the pandemic, yes, social media was like the tool for everybody to stay connected and for everybody to do things. Hey, babe. And so, that was one of the methods that people did. They connected with family on Facebook. They connected with people on Twitter and such. And that was that. But then comes the pain of people trying to cancel somebody. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just shared that on social media. I'm going to cancel you. And they try to cancel them. And it's just like, why? It makes for the space to be unbearable and no pleasure at all whatsoever. And so people are just like, they're leaving it. And so, it's not surprising that people are taking this leap and getting off social platforms and such and whatnot. It doesn't surprise me at all whatsoever because, people are just getting fed up with it. They're getting fed up with the same old stuff all the time, the drama, the fighting, and all this other stuff that goes on social platforms. I mean, what was it? This morning, I had a laugh this morning because, I have this different thing I do on Instagram, right? And I've been celebrating the growth of my Instagram profile because like people are enjoying it, and that makes me happy to know that people are enjoying whatever content I'm posting. And obviously, what's getting my my Instagram account pretty much noticed is that I find funny reels, which is like short little 60-second clips, and I remix them, do a reaction video to them, basically. And so, finding the funniest ones that I think are funny and sharing it, it's fun for me to do. I never thought that, it would get my Instagram account to get noticed by other users on Instagram and having people, just random strangers, just follow my Instagram account because of those reaction reels. And it happened to do that. But then somebody decided to go on there and literally call me a loser, saying that another loser who thinks reactions can get him famous. And I'm just like, famous? I'm not on here to be famous. I don't know. But some people just like assumptions, man. And that's why I say, like, it's stuff like that people kind of get irritated of and get tired of seeing. And it's just like, they know if they unplug from the matrix, they don't have to deal with shit like that anymore. They don't have to deal with that crap. But yeah, I figured that the person pretty much wants to switch places with me, and I'm more than happy to switch places with that person. I mean, I checked out their profile because, I wanted to be like, hey, you know what? Like, rather than you calling me a loser and getting mad, if you want your Instagram, seen, well, I'll share some of your stuff. So all these new people that followed me can see your stuff, and then maybe they'll go follow you. He only had like 88 followers on Instagram. I don't know how long he's been on Instagram, but if that's what he wants to do, if he wants to get that growth on a social platform, find something to do. Instead of going on there and calling somebody a loser, find something that you're good at or that you like to do, that you have fun doing, and do it. And maybe you'll experience growth. I mean, that's what I do. I'm like, my tech stuff on Instagram never grew. Not a lot of people are into it, but a lot of people are into comedy stuff on there. So I work with that, and I leave the tech stuff to YouTube. But it's that type of mentality that people are getting tired of. And a lot of people they don't want to sit here and have a war of words and comments and going back and forth. Some people are just like, I've had enough already. This is stupid. This is pointless. And so they go and they delete their accounts. They delete Facebook, they delete Twitter, and of course that contributes to part of it. The other part of it is just having stuff shoved in their face. Like, so many people are just sick and tired of seeing these little banners about, the virus. And every post, and if you post something, like, say, like, you post something on Facebook talking about, a friend of mine went and got vaccinated, and you post it on Facebook, and then right underneath it, they put these little banners of, like, advertising for people to get vaccinated. What's up, Sneed? What's going on, man? And so it's like, people are getting tired of it, and they just, they're finding more enjoyment unplugging from the matrix and coming back into the real world. There's a lot of people out there that don't have every social media platform under the sun. I mean, they don't have a Facebook, an Instagram, a Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, and Minds and Parler, and they don't have none of that. They maybe have like one thing, maybe just one thing, and that's it. But you look at them and you see, like, okay, like, their lives are so much happier. Their lives are so much fun because they're not plugged into the matrix. To hell with all that BS. Yeah. And so people have caught on. They have caught on to this, and they're just like, okay, enough's enough. So, various different news publications like Fox and CNN and ABC and all them have noticed a trend that people are just getting off social platforms. It's not fun anymore. It's not fun like it used to be. It's very toxic. It's a very toxic environment. And to be honest, that toxicity is spilling over into YouTube as well. There are some areas of YouTube that even I will say has become very toxic. And, for me, I had to alienate myself away from a lot of it just so that way I can, keep my stress levels down and just have fun with what I'm doing. Because it was coming to a point where it was coming unbearable to even be on YouTube and to experience all these things that was happening. But it just shows you it's not just YouTube alone. It's just about every other social platform there is out there. But the toxicity levels is getting higher and higher and higher. Now, people can say it contributes to people being on lockdown, people being confined into their homes or whatever. They have nothing better to do. I don't know, because, we were on lockdown, and, I didn't say, okay, today I just feel like trolling the hell out of somebody and just trying to make someone feel bad. Like, I never have a goal to make somebody feel bad. That's never like in my to-do list for today. I don't wake up and say, 8 a.m., have a cup of coffee, 9 a.m., start a live stream, 10:30 a.m., find someone to troll and make them cry. Like, that's not in my DNA to do that. And I feel sorry for people who have to feel like they have to go out there and personally attack complete strangers and attack them based on assumptions that makes them look like an ass and not the person they're attacking, because that's all assumptions. There's no facts. I feel bad for those people that have to do that. Like, that's how they get, that's how they get their rocks off or whatever. Like, they don't have anything really going on in their life for them to actually have a life. So the best that they got is to go and attack people. And I may sound a little bit, being too forward And if this stings somebody that watches, whether the replay or watching live, if it stings somebody, I don't know, maybe there's some truth to what I'm saying then, and maybe it's hitting a nerve that you know that you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. But all I'm saying is I'm just, keeping it real with everybody. Like, this stuff is what really destroys social platforms. Like, the intent of social platforms is for people to be social, but for people to meet new friends, find old friends, and to reconnect and to have fun. Is the reason why that they update these apps and add on extra features and things like that in, like live streaming, and then video conferencing and playing games together online. Like on Facebook, you can play games with your friends, like through Facebook, and have fun. You could do it on Snapchat. You can play games with people that you have friends, that are friends with you on Snapchat. There's just so many different things you can do. It was meant to be a fun environment, but it's no longer fun anymore. And honestly, it's going to continue to go that way. But to me, I say screw it. Let this keep happening. Because more and more people are unplugging from this matrix. They're going to start to actually appreciate things in life, appreciate national parks, appreciate a local river in your town, appreciate the mountain view that you have. Maybe you're lucky enough to live on beachfront property and you haven't gone for a swim in the ocean in like 3 weeks. You're going to run out there and you're going to go bomb the beach. Maybe you loved skateboarding and you just haven't done it in a while. So this could be that push you need to get you back into skate parks, because you know what? Your backside crooks and your tray flips are looking sloppy as hell. I mean, this is a reason to get people back outside again. Get in the sun, get some sunlight, get some vitamin D. We've been cooped up inside homes for so long. And trust me, I know how detrimental it might be. I might just delete Twitter and that's all I have. I mean, if you do, man, we know how to connect with you. YouTube. We just got to go to your live streams to kick it with you, and your video premieres and stuff. Yeah, man, it's just it's a blessing in a disguise, because it gets more people outside. Yeah, I mean, it gets more kids to go to the parks. It gets more parents to take their kids to the park. Do more things. Focus on more things in life. I don't know what it is, but you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to openly say this. I'm actually at the point where I'm just like very close to just ending the YouTube channel. And it's not, and it has nothing to do, it's not a negative reason why, but it's just that, I want to try something different in life. And I think, the longer I'm doing this, I may have exhausted everything that I can do with this. I love doing this, but sometimes I feel like I just want to pull the plug on it. I don't know. That's a long decision that I have to really think long and hard about before I actually make that decision. So no, I'm not saying that I'm quitting YouTube. I don't want people to get, like, what the hell, man? Like, no, it's nothing like that. But this is just how I feel at times. And it's the reason why, like, at this point right now in the stage of me doing the stuff on YouTube is the reason why, like, I could miss yesterday and not feel really bad about missing yesterday, because, I have things to do. And if I'm not on here taking away your guys' time, that gives you guys more time to do things that would actually matter, like getting outside and doing some more activities outside, spending more time with your family. Sometimes I feel a little bit guilty that like these live streams take up people's time away from their families. And I don't want to be a distraction, because you know what? Like, people got to start focusing on their families. That's my opinion. I see a lot of the stuff that goes on out here. I see a lot of, parents and how they are. And I'm sorry if it stings. But then again, I'm not sorry, because someone's got to tell you, you know what? Your face is too implanted in your phone and not so much on what's going on around you. And you're missing all the fantastic things about life. You're missing your kid in that funny moment. I mean, we don't miss those moments here in my home. I make it an effort to try and like when my kids do something funny, like capture the moment, because I love doing that. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there who life is passing them by. And I think, when we all meet our end, when we meet the end of time for us, I don't think anyone really wants their last memories, that flash in front of their eyes that shows them their entire life, to be like all these great moments as you're growing older and older, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, like all those great moments. And then when you hit, your 20s, it's mobile phone, just like going from like 20 to, God knows how long, and continuously just seeing, I unboxed this phone, then I unboxed that phone, then I unboxed that phone, because you just kept buying new phones and kept doing all kinds of stuff and not really focusing to the outside world. That is the issue. I don't think anyone wants that to be their last memories recorded in life. I don't think the last legacy for someone to, like, even for me, I'll be honest right now, like me right now, I don't know if it's like a fresh set of eyes that was given to me in the last couple of weeks and I'm seeing things in a whole different way. I don't want my legacy to be Mr. Pixel. I can give a damn if people know that I like Pixel phones or not. And I'm not hell bent to get on Team Pixel and review the Pixel 6. Do I want to buy the phone? Yeah, because I want to buy it. It's because I want to buy it. I don't want to buy it to review it on YouTube. Like, I don't know. I just see things so totally different now. I just don't care. I just don't care anymore about the technology like that. I appreciate what technology does. I appreciate what I can do with it. I appreciate all the good things that's come from it. But I don't need it to be my entire life. Oh, hey, Gene, what's up? When I'm home relaxing, I stop by here. I got you, and I appreciate it. But you know, sometimes I just feel like that people just gotta like live their life. Like, screw all this shit. I mean, the tech space has gone beyond anything else, and I'm actually going to talk about that Sunday. So if you're geared up to hear what I have to say about the tech space, which is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but oh fucking well, I don't care, then come by Sunday because I got a lot to say about this tech space. But yeah, I'm just seeing things in a whole different set of eyes. And to me, I think one of the worst things that I'll admit to everybody was that I cared a lot about like how people perceived me on YouTube and stuff. And right now I really don't care anymore. The only admiration I want is from my kids, from my family, from the ones who love me and actually love me for me are the only ones that I care what they see me as. As far as, you know, is he a big time YouTuber or a small time YouTuber? Does he love pixels? Does he love iPhones and this and that? I don't care anymore. You can like me or dislike me. Doesn't matter to me. I've had enough of playing this charade, and yeah. So when I see, you know, news popping that people are getting off social platforms, I understand exactly where they're coming from. Those who quit, those who left, I understand it because we're tired of the same old rodeo pony show. We're just tired of it. It's like every day is the same thing. Oh, there's a troll that's going to do this, or someone decides they're going to go make a troll account of somebody else because they want to make fun of them. Like, come on, get a life. Get 9 of them, shit, if you want to be a cat and be considered a P. Get 9 of them then. But you know what? Like, they don't think they really understand that they have made this whole social platforms so toxic that people just can't smile anymore. Some people live their whole life by these social platforms. I don't. I can get off of them if I want to. I can shut down Facebook and stay off of it for as long as I want to. I get back on Facebook because I want to connect with my family. That's what they use. Trust me, I tried to convince them all to go to Google Plus, but then Google Plus got yanked the frick away. So that sucked. But really, I mean, you know, I look back 5 years ago and I look back on how I was doing YouTube and unboxing every Boost mobile phone. I was thinking to myself, Jesus, man, like that $150 for this phone, $79 for this phone, $100 for this phone, $60 for this phone. Like if I added all that up, you know how much money I would have had for every phone I unbox it, and for what? I mean, don't get me wrong. Those people that benefited from it and it helped them buy the phone that they wanted and make sure it was a worthy buy for them, I'm so happy that those videos helped. But I also thought about it too. Like, I didn't look at it in that sense. I was looking at it like I have to be the next person to unbox this phone. Like, I know there was me, there was Dragonic Warfare, there was B-Tech Reviews. There's a lot of guys that was going to be unboxing phones. And my mentality was like, I got to get this phone so I can unbox it. I got to be one of the first people to unbox it. You know, like it was like a race for me. It was like I had to do this. And I did it for so long. And I look back at it now and I'm like, you know what? I look like a total wanker for doing that. I mean, like on all the times that, you know, I look at things that I could have done. And I was so immersed in this, and I missed a lot of important things. So I see where people's coming from on why they want to leave social platforms. It takes up too much of their time. And I know Facebook's like, well, we have something that shows you how much time you're spending on Facebook. Yeah, you just want to look like you care, but you really don't care because that is how you make your money. You need people on Facebook to make money. If nobody logs in on Facebook for 24 hours, how much money do you think Facebook loses from its ad partners and stuff like that? If everyone just didn't upload a video on YouTube on one particular day for 24 hours, no YouTuber, whether you're partnered or not partnered, monetized, not monetized, sponsored, not sponsored. If every YouTuber did not upload a video on YouTube for 24 hours, how much money do you think YouTube loses? When they talk about this stuff like, digital well-being, we're going to let you know how often you're on your phone and on Facebook and on Twitter so you can get a better handle of your life. Like, dude, I don't need you to tell me how long I've been on you when I'm the one that's being on you. Like, I don't know. I just don't buy, their supposed, they're them being genuine about how much time that I spend online. Like, no, I should be able to monitor that myself. And if I'm going to rely on another social platform to regulate my time on social platform, then I'm a freaking loser. Sorry to say it, but I'm a freaking loser because I can't even have that type of control of my own life to look at what I'm doing and to, like organize my life. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Like I said, it's not going to be a very long live stream here. So Twitter has a problem on the Android 12 beta 1. And I've uploaded, well, I'm going to make sure that it's backed up. Yeah, it's backed up. Okay, so I can download it from Google Photos. I'm going to go do that right now. But I took a screen recording of what happens. And let me just download that video so I can show you guys. So you guys can kind of see what's going on with Twitter. So I just discovered this morning. I was trying to tweet a photo, and something bad happened. But I will show you guys. Jesus, come on, man. Cox internet totally blows. Okay, did it download? My internet's acting up today. That's really slow download. Should be a lot faster than that, but it looks like it's going. Okay, that's done. All right, we have it downloaded. I'll share the screen recording so you guys can see exactly what happens with Twitter. So, anyways, I tried to send a tweet with a photo attached to it, and this is what happened. So, okay, so you guys can see. So I tried to send a tweet, it failed. Okay, but this is what happens when I initiate to send it, as it says, failed to send tweet. So went ahead and clicked it to resend it, and this is what happens. Boom, crash. Open, crash. Open, crash. Open, crash. And this is happening as it's trying to upload the photo to my Twitter feed. So like sending a regular tweet was fine. Uploading a photo is where it became a problem. And I'm going to do one live here, but this is a screen recording I took, and I sent the screen recording to Google. I sent it as feedback to let them know this is what happens to Twitter on Android 12 beta 1. So it's not, so much just solely Android 12 beta 1's fault. This has to do with Twitter, and it could be, just in a simple fact that Twitter hasn't completed updating their APIs so that their app supports Android 12. So it kept failing, and it kept going, and it keeps crashing. Crash after crash after crash. It just kept going, kept crashing every time. While it's trying to send, it just kept crashing. So that's like, big issue there. And so we're going to try again right now. First of all, I haven't tried it on the Pixel 4a. The Pixel 4a is on Android 12 beta. I mean, like, what are you going to say? It's on Android 12 beta. It has the new quick settings tile. So I'm going to open Twitter. I'm going to type a tweet. I'm going to say test. And I'm going to attach a photo of my daughter's award from school today. And let's see. So that's sent. So that's sent on the Pixel 4a. So now I got to update and say that this is probably isolated to the Pixel 4. We go to Twitter. And let's start a tweet. Let me choose a photo. I'll choose one of the sunset here. Test 3. Oh, it looks like it's going. Huh. Wow, my Pixel phone's made me look like a liar. Good thing I took that screen recording, because if I was going to rely on this, then it would have made me look like a jackass. However, so a log was run when that happened. That's sent in. So like I said, I sent the feedback to Google. I sent the screen recording of what happened, and it got a log cat of that timing, so they can look in to see what went wrong. And hopefully they'll give me a response back as to exactly why it went that way. But yeah, if anyone else out there is experiencing the same thing, drop a comment in the comment section to let me know if you're going through the same thing. And we'll try to figure out what caused it. Because like I said, I don't know exactly what caused it. I just know that it happened. And I tried multiple times. I tried, and that was this morning between 9 and 10 a.m. And the Twitter app just kept crashing. And if anyone's asking, well, what have you done differently since? Nothing. I stuck my phone on the charger because it was like at 29%. And I charged it back up to 100%. And I just took it off. So yeah. I just wanted to tell you that I am now on Google Fi. I left Visible for Google Fi. It's great for unlimited everything for $60. And that's not bad. Only thing you can't do is you can't use a hotspot, and you can't get data-only SIM cards on the $60 plan. For me, I got to stay on the $70 plan because I call my mom in Thailand, so I do make international calls. Tea is awesome. But yeah, well, congrats on being back on Google Fi. I mean, Google Fi is not, it's, people say, when you say it's not that bad, it sounds pretty bad. So I don't know what to say on that. For me, Google Fi is great. Shout out to Two Phones. He did a video talking about Google Fi and walking people through how to navigate through the Google Fi app. And, you know, one point that Two Phones says that's actually, I agree with him on it. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's great to know when you pay for an unlimited plan that you have unlimited data. Like, you know, there's no data cap or anything like that. But when you have home Wi-Fi, to me, it makes sense that it doesn't really matter if you have unlimited, because if you're always going to be connected to home Wi-Fi, then what's the sense? And if everywhere that you go has Wi-Fi, and you're going to connect to it, what's the sense? There's people that just solely strictly connect to Wi-Fi and at any given chance that they have. So it makes sense if, you know, to save money, if you switch to like the Fi Flex plan or the $60 plan, which has a 22 gig cap. You won't go over the 22 gigs. Let's see. I love trying the Android beta 12 program. Android 12 is cool. The home screen graphics are cool looking, but I'm having earpiece audio issues. But other than that, so if you look in your app drawer, you should see something that says feedback. So it should be right next to Facebook's, that green one right there. Oh wait, that's Google One. When you click feedback, fill that out. And fill it out, take a report, like take a logcat report, and just go through the steps and fill it out as descriptive as possible, and give that feedback to them and let them know what device you have. Like, you know, mine is a Pixel 3, and that way they can look into it more, because that's how they iron out all the bugs. So like a lot of people are reporting that the first beta 1, doesn't have a lot of bugs in it. And for me, I'm going to tell people, of course, it's not going to have a lot of bugs in it, because they only changed a few things in the user interface. The big changes that we've seen at Google I/O, as far as Android 12, those changes haven't been implemented yet. I mean, we got the new quick settings with beta 1. We got the so like when you increase the volume, the volume bar that you swipe up or down on the right side of your screen, it's fatter instead of being skinny. A lot of the toggle switches are fatter than being skinny. those changes have been brought in to beta 1, but like, you know, the ability for the user interface to smartly shift its color accents based upon your wallpaper, that's not in beta 1. The privacy security dashboard, that's not in beta 1 yet, so we still have the same settings that we had in Android 11. It's just they updated the settings, how it looks, the user interface and settings. They updated how that looks. We have the rounded corners on notifications and stuff like that, but we don't have the updated widgets, which will be appearing in future beta. So right now, I would say, like, if you were to look at Android beta 12 beta 1, you can say like it's like 90% Android 11 and 10% Android 12. Like that's how it is right now. There's not been a drastic change. So we have to wait for future betas to know that. But anyways, guys, so that's pretty much it for today's live stream. I know I pretty much sounded like an asshole, and you know, that's just you know, my thoughts. So yeah, I'll say if you got offended, you took it too serious. But for all those that came in here, popped in and said hi, thank you guys so much for doing so. Appreciate it. I love you guys very much. Be safe out there. And yeah, until next time, Sunday, I am going to talk about the YouTube tech space and going to give my thoughts. So if you're interested in hearing about that, well, then don't miss it on Sunday. But other than that, guys, take it easy. Y'all be cool out there. Stay blessed. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.